Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well, and I hope not to disappoint, because this week it was really hard for me to put something together, not only because of time and such constraints, but nothing was coming out in a timely fashion in terms of artwork, so I just continued a piece that I started a long time ago as an exercise, and as such I just kept it and worked on it as an exercise. So as you can see, I'm doing a very small bit of a bigger image of the alien, the Xenomorph, and it's a basic exercise, in this case with gouache and watercolor. The idea was to try and match visually the impression of the overall image using somewhat of a monochromatic color scheme, but not really monochromatic. So I used several types of blue. I even used a little bit of a brown to produce all the different tones that I see in the picture. But it, overall it looks like a simple blue and white, black, blue, white combination, but it's more than that. And it's just some training in color matching and learning about color and painting and all that. So it was as an exercise, this was really good fun. And been discovering that doing these more known subjects as well as doing this type of exercise has its really good value, as well as it's sort of relaxing and fun. So there's a lot to say about these. And as you guys know, I've said before, I wasn't a fan before, but I'm enjoying these now, and I find it interesting because you get because you're not so focused on subject, or at least I wasn't. I got to focus on technique and learning how to use the paints. And in this case, I'm on purpose using flat brushes alone. There's no single round brush on this painting, at least on the gouache phase. The watercolor phase, I probably used a round brush. I don't remember if I used my squirrel brush, but at any rate, the gouache one was all flat brushes. And that's interesting because it forces you to think about the stroke before you apply it, because it's less intuitive, at least for now, until I get the hang of it. But that was a lot of fun to do. And I'm already preparing a small oil painting in which I'm applying much the same principle in terms of the flat brush situation. In my search with these exercises, is besides the color, is to get more of a painterly / fluid stroke. I really want to have a more of a loose stroke in terms of paint, not so much of a controlled or precise stroke, not always at least, because I don't like the stiffness of that. So I really am looking for learning a different type of stroke in that regard. So this was mostly for that purpose, along with the painting I'm still doing, and it was good fun. Once I'm done, it's not a brilliant painting, and it was, it's not an amazing painting by any stretch of the imagination. I was using a paper I'm not used to, which is cold pressed. It's fairly rough. It's not a completely rough one, but it's not satin or anything like that. So I'm used to more of a satin kind of textured paper, or not textured paper. In this case, it's a very textured paper. But though the quality is amazing, the paper itself is really good. For gouache, I think it's nice because you get those beautiful dry brushing strokes with a lot of grain. But at the same time, I think for certain kinds of illustration, the hot pressed is more of a regular, satin grain is, I think, better suited for this type of illustration. At any rate, I had a lot of fun. So, and I'm, somewhat happy with the results. I hadn't done a Xenomorph in years, and it's always a good, interesting theme, and delighting in the shapes and all of the opportunities it gives you to do and build different types of textures. It's really nice, really good fun. Another thing I've been changing is the way I film. I'm still struggling a little bit to get an optimal kind of comfortable setup. So I changed positions here and there of the camera, and once again, please bear with me while I strive to find a better way of doing this, and hopefully in future videos I will achieve this ideal pose where I don't bump my head into the camera at any moment, and I get comfortable and I get loose with it and all that, and gets into a more regular situation. Until then, I have to experiment a lot, and as such, I hope you guys stick around and help me with it. If you have any suggestions or ideas for any of, how should I film, some specific tripods you guys think are, perfect for this, please just tell me about it, and let me know where I can find it, which types, whatever. I'm pretty much open to solutions at this point. I'm not absolutely happy with my setup. My head bumps into the camera sometimes, and it just becomes a little bit of an awkward situation. So if you have suggestions, I'd be really looking forward to hearing them. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm a big fan of the Alien series, including a game called Alien Isolation, which I absolutely loved. And I know it's a very poo-poo game, but it brought it all back to me. And of course the film, the newest film, The Covenant, it's interesting. It never gets to that point of the first and second movies for me. Those two were like, unbeatable so far. But at any rate, it's always good to see new renditions of the Xenomorph and new stories, including this beautiful beast, so to speak. So let me know what you think also of the illustration, and I hope to see you in my next video. And have a good time, guys. Bye-bye.